Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is Otaku Showboat, and today we are back at building out the nitrogen gas line, bringing it, inching it so much closer to the actual base itself. And I was just now looking at my iron plate situation and realizing, oh, I may not have enough of those to get the enough supports down to actually get this all the way to the base, but we will at least have enough, I would hope, to get it down to the hypertube lines. Like, come on. This had better not take more than 20 of these. Like, seriously. Like 20 more of these, because yeah. With distance 7 by 8 meters, that's a huge distance to travel if I need 20 of these things. My goodness. We've already used 10. Wow. Okay. That was the 11th. Although it does look like we are going to get through this just fine. So the last time we met, I mined the nitrogen. I set up the well down there. We're only tapping into 600 meters cubed per second. Or per minute, excuse me. Only that much at the moment. Okay, we've made it to this part. Now the really tricky part. One, two. Okay, that one shouldn't be that, that shouldn't be that, that shouldn't be that, that shouldn't be that. 4. Oh, do I not get a... Yeah, I don't get a doohickey. Oh my goodness, that's a little off kilter there, buddy. Oh, right, because there's a misalignment here. Huh. It aligned to this guy rather than to this guy, and everything is just gonna be off kilter anyway. Give me the pipe. You know what? I like Auto 2D in this case. I like how that wiggled. Or maybe not. Now I'm looking at it from this angle. Oh. This angle looked alright, but not... I don't know. I mean, that looks fine from that angle, but this angle, whatever. Now this is the time in which I can use this. In placing these supports here. Now, of course, as I said, I don't have enough supports. What? But the power line. But the power line. Oh, you need the actual pole. Huh. Okay. I thought being close to the line would be enough. No, you have to be near the pole, so that's a little... That's ever so slightly frustrating. Okay. Oh gosh, not having the Blade Runners on. Yeah, put those back on, please. That's better. Get back in there, because I need to get more iron plates. Because we got to get this all the way over to where we're going to be doing our fused modular frames today. Oh, yes. So last time, really our only progression was getting into the nitrogen and bringing it up partway. We got access to a hard drive, which is currently scanning. I do not intend to cheese this hard drive. We'll get what we get from it. We shall get what we shall get. And we got a milestone in the form of the nuclear milestone. Oh boy. So now when looking at what we have yet to unlock, I'm realizing we've finished Tier 7 without even completing Tier 6. Oh great. We're going to set this milestone as active. It's like the next logical thing. And it requires those fused frames, plus supercomputers, as well as, for whatever reason, steel pipe. Right over here, right over here, right over here. You, hello. Ah, so nice. So very nice having some stacks of those. Now, question is, how many rods enough? Okay. The research on the hard drive is complete. It has been, for me, 10 minutes. So let's have a look. What are our options? Please, for the love of God, include the fabric. That's not the fabric recipe. Okay. Let's have a look at these alternate recipes. So we have Satisfactory aluminum ingot. We have heavy modular, or heavy modular frame. Yes, that's the word of the thing. And then we have turbo fuel. Oh boy. Now, I know that the turbo fuel blend is good. I know that that blend one is good. It is the best of the turbo fuel processes, both in resource efficiency, in the amount of energy required to make it, as well as in the amount of space required to make it, and the number of buildings required to make it. This turbo fuel blend is simply the best of turbo fuel. The problem is, fuel is a bit better than turbo fuel, fundamentally. It is more expensive to make turbo fuel than it is to make fuel, just from a pure resource perspective, using resources. So I'm not as inclined to pick that one. The heavy encased frame is the better frame recipe by a lot. That's better by a lot. Hold up. The standard recipe uses modular frames, steel pipes, encased beams, and screws. Modular frames, steel pipe, encased beams, and screws. The base recipe uses 5 frames per heavy, 15 steel pipes per heavy, 5 encased beams per heavy, and 100 screws per heavy. Here we have replaced the screws with concrete. we've also replaced, or we've also less than doubled the modular frame count from 5 to 8 to get 3, not just 2, and we've doubled the encased beams to get 3 out, and we've slightly doubled the pipe, but again, we're getting 3, not 2. Yeah, that's what makes this a much better recipe. Oh boy, that is highly tempting. Pure aluminum ingot. Pure aluminum ingot. Let's see. What do we got? Scrap into ingot directly without any silica. Scrap into ingot without any silica. That is interesting. Very interesting. So in order for me to want to do that, I'm going to need to have another recipe that does not output silica, or that doesn't output silica as a byproduct. So basically, this pure aluminum ingot recipe will make it so that I don't need silica. But then, what do I really do with that byproduct silica of the previous step? Well, I'd have to void it. I would be forced to void it. In and of itself, not a bad thing, but it is a big building that's 40 megawatts of power to do that. There is an alternative recipe called sloppy alumina that takes in bauxite and water and just makes solution without the silica byproduct. It is actually a better recipe, but it uses more water, so it changes your water ratios a bit. It absolutely changes the water ratios a bit. Now, where's the scrap? Is there an alternative for scrap that doesn't have a water output? No. All of the scrap alternates have a water output as well. So, Yeah, I think the choice here is going to be heavy encased frames for my current state. I'm not worried about my aluminum ingot production, and I don't need the quartz for anything else right now. That will be the option that I will go with here. Yes, heavy encased frames. This will require completely and utterly destroying my heavy encased build and changing it to something else. But that's okay. That's okay. It will be fine, because this recipe is so much better. It's still all of the same ingredient inputs, just slightly more of a much easier thing to make than others. Because really, how much concrete are we really using in the base? Not that much, kitty. Not that much, Ollie and Dolly. Not that much. Oh, Ollie, he's trying to get into my lap. He's trying to climb into my lap. Yes, I know, Ollie. I know. That's the boy. That's my boy. Yes, he's my big boy. He's my big Ollie. Oh, big stretch. Oh, I know. Big stretch. Big baby. Yes, it's my boy. Yeah. You go back over there onto the desk. Unfortunately, we did not get the recipe that I really wanted, which was the one with the fabric. That's unfortunate that we didn't get the fabric. I'll just have to go get more hard drives. Probably one of my... If I'm playing Satisfactory during the holiday season, which, oh hey, this video is going to be going live after the holidays. So, just so as you know, since this is after Christmas, I haven't experienced it yet. I can tell you what the plans are, and then the next video I'll tell you what we actually did. That'll probably be interesting. So we're gonna get gifts. Clearly, obviously, as long as this cat doesn't keep knocking the tree down, destroying literally all of our breakable ornaments. We're gonna have gifts. We're gonna do that in the morning-ish, depends on when folks are up. And then it's the meal. The meal is going to be something that has been prepared over the course of a few days. We have a ham. I'll be warming up the ham. I usually make a cauliflower mash to have as a side dish with that, one of the side dishes that I make. Other than that, we'll be having the Portuguese-style peas that we had from Thanksgiving. A lot of it's going to be just like Thanksgiving. We're going to have regular potatoes with homemade gravy, and we're going to have I don't know. I think she's going to make the sweet potato thing again. So it's pretty much just a repeat of Thanksgiving, except instead of turkey, it's ham. I mean, really, it's about the same. But there's gonna be something else this time. We're gonna have cod balls, like actual salted cod, otherwise known as bacalhau, Portuguese style, and it's gonna be in these little balls, almost like crab cakes, but with cod, salted cod. That's soaked in milk. Hopefully she soaks it in milk for an extended period. I don't know if we're going to have that for Christmas or if it's going to be closer to New Year's that we'll have that, because we have to think about, oh hey, New Year's, there's that holiday too. Anyway, continuing along, I need to go back up. Now that I have my stuff here, we need to go back up and finish off this nitrogen line. And yeah, I'm sure that the meal will be fine. We are expecting a guest from my mother's boyfriend, but we'll see. He's very scatterbrained. He doesn't have stuff straight with his brain. Not a fault of his own, because he had a heart attack that killed him 3 times apparently. But he's still around. But there was some irreparable damage done from that. I think it was a heart attack and stroke combo. And yeah, just he can't keep a plan anymore. That's what I'll say. He can't really keep a plan anymore. And even the plans that he makes are forgotten pretty quickly. So, we'll see what happens. Everything is up in the air. And in flux. We shall see. We shall see. All about that. So, let's get this nitrogen brought in so I can get these frickin' fused frames going. I'm going to do these fuse frames on the same level as my heavy modular frames. My intent was that I would scale those heavy modular frames, but yeah, it turns out when we have a brand new doohickey, yes, recipe, alternate recipe. Come on, place the thing. Thank you. Yeah, it turns out when we have a brand new alternate recipe, we don't have to worry about anything. I'll be redoing it anyway. Yes, build those. It's so much easier doing these stacks from up above rather than down below. I mean, yeah, I can do it. It's fine. It's fairly fast. Since I have a double wide space here, if I didn't have a double wide space here, there's no chance. There's like legit no chance I'd be able to build this. It's a bit easier with the pipe too than it is with the belt, because the pipes snap a little bit easier than having multiple belts. It's easier to target. But yeah. Let's bring this like all the way over here, and I'll figure out where I want to do the lines down. Yeah, we shall see. Can't believe that this is based off of how close you are to a power pole or building. Like, okay. Sure. Give me my Blade Runners back, thanks. Well, it's here. The nitrogen has arrived. It's gassy and animated. Exactly the type of indicator that I legitimately requested for the fluids is applied to this gas, and it genuinely looks like a gas that's traveling inside of that pipe in the way that it's been animated like that. Like, I wish the fluids were like that. My God. I wish the fluids were like that. It's just a solid color on the fluids. Like, goodness gracious. So I'll need to bring it down a couple of levels. I need to figure out what is a good spot to bring it down. I think 3 levels here. I'm not really doing anything on this level right now, but I will need to bring this pipe down. Oh, and the all-clad, right? Because this I think uses all-clad or whatever. This uses aluminum stuff, so I'll need to get that brought down here. Oh yeah, I use those for something, don't I? Whoops, go back to 1. I guess, since we're approaching the end of, we're approaching the day for Christmas, and this video goes up after Christmas, I don't really need to maintain this, this color scheme anymore. I can change the color scheme to something a little bit better than green and red. I mean, I like red. I think red will be the accent, but I think it'll mostly be like a white or a black. A white or a black, really. That's what I'll prefer as a primary, with like the red accent. I mean, I like blues. I like blues, but my brand has a lot of red in it. Give me the manufacturer. Thank you kindly. Let's see, are we gonna orient this like so? Yes, we are. It's gonna go right here, and you will not be the building that I need, because I needed I needed a blender. Because I actually needed a blender. Same thing, just 2 fluid inputs rather than 4 solids. Oh yeah, that makes the uranium cell. Ooh. Ah. Really? You're making it, and you're producing it immediately. Where have we seen this before? What could possibly go wrong? A lot, actually. Uranium into encased cells, and then whatever the next step is. Sure, well, that's a look at that. Batteries make water. Oh, they use a luminous solution. That's an interesting thing to see on these batteries. Okay, so it's that same thing. The solution needs water. You put the water back in. So, shouldn't sulfuric acid need water too? Yeah, it's sulfur and water equals sulfuric acid. Duh. Okay, then this fused frame. Gas casings. Oh, it's casings and frames. Okay. And then this was heat sinks. Rubber, water, natural gas. You know, I have water here. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I have on this level water. So, we'll start with these in this recipe. I guess... Do I want to immediately switch? I would have to clear the screws out to bring in the concrete. That's the problem, is that I have to like clean out screws to replace with concrete and like get rid of the screw production line, change how much stuff I'm making in general, etc, etc, etc. You do 1.5? Yeah. Which is less than what I'm making, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. In fact, I'm fine with just like sending it straight in from storage, since that is the case. Oh my god, it's nighttime again! No! By the way, how much power do you use? An amount of 75 frickin' megawatts. Okay. Casings. Yeah, aren't you casings? Yeah, I think those are casings. Those right there. So, I need to split off some casings. If only I could just put like a splitter on a vertical lift. But I can't. Come on. Align, go over. There you go. You know, that I think looks a little bit better than the last time I had to do something like that. It looks just a hair better. What? No? That's clearly not the alignment line. This is an alignment line. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go... like so. We're gonna go over. Why no alignment line? Whatever. Stuff has been input. All one must add is natural gas, the most natural of gases. The most natural. Why one needs to somehow get nitrogen out of the ground is, probably a bit beyond my pay grade. Usually, I would think that that's the kind of stuff that you get out of the atmosphere. But who am I to know? Is that exactly vertical? Yes. What do you mean it has an invalid shape? Like, how dare you? How dare you claim that I have an invalid shape? Alright, now we just have to go up. And therein lies perhaps something of a problem. Oh boy. Okay, where exactly is the vertical? I'm pretty sure it's there. Close enough. It looks like it's off a half tile. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. Phew. We did it. Now to go up to that level. Yeah, I'm gonna be quite busy with some off-screen stuff, I think, between recording sessions, considering this is my 5th video today, and fifth and final video today to get out there, recorded. The hard part will be remembering to edit and render said videos and upload them. That's gonna be a real mission. Just remembering to edit and render the videos Yeah, I was like, shouldn't there be a thing right next to me? Yes, there is. It's just over there, and I'd rather extend this out. Okay, great question. What's the vertical? And which one? I think it's about there. Unfortunately, all I can really do is guess with this one. Yeah, that looks right. Yep, that looks right. Thank goodness. Because there's no snapping to perfectly vertical. That's the problem. 'Tis the problem. Now I could have put it against a wall, made it a lot easier, because at least with the wall mounts, you can get those oriented and aligned with each other. You can get those aligned with each other a lot more easily. And then it's just put the floor hole aligned with those. Oh, you are the main line up. Ooh. But you're on the side, so that's fine. I just need to figure out the vertical. It looks like you are that one right there. Not the right thing. You? No. There. That looks right from this angle. Yeah. About right. Looks straight enough to me! I just hope it works. I've had some issues using the floor pipes. Using those floor holes. Issues where the pipelines just weren't actually connected. I may actually have to trim back this line. Yeah, I get to trim back some pipe. Oh boy. Oh boy. Go there. Thanks. It's moving, so that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a really good sign that's getting used. Well, let's go have a look at our fused frames. Our fused frames. Oh boy. Heading on down, taking a look at those fused frames. Let me see. My whole 1.5 per minute of fused modular frames. Oh boy. Our first thing in a blender. The blender is blending. We have made our first fused modular frame. Oh, holla frickin' Luya, we've done the thing! We have made the frames. Ta-da! Frame. Fused modular frames. Now I need 50 of them. Well, that's 2. It'll take a little bit. But you know what? On that note, we have reached the end of today's video. Oh, look, it did change. The color changed. What is default purple is now a white. It's now white because it's the nitrogen. It's the nitrogen in there. But it looks like it's a fluid. But it's a gas. But it's a fluid. But it's gaseous. I don't know. Maybe this building needs a little bit more work on the quote unquote blending. If this is going to use nitrogen gas, it's like it got the color right. It didn't get the gassy texture. That looks more like pure fluid to me rather than gas. But could just be in a water that's in the part of the building itself. Don't know. Regardless, though, thank you all for watching. This has been a Talk to Show It. If you've enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. I'll be back when I'm back, and I will see you all on the next one.